Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Victor Kundamava here, recording from Chicago, Illinois. I just wanted to share my thoughts about the just ended soccer match between Zambia and Japan. That's the Women's World Cup. First things first, I think the Shipolo Polo did really, really well for getting to this stage. This is the most elite soccer competition in the world. So I think they did a tremendous job to get to this stage. Secondly, I think they did really, really well regarding the preparations leading up to this stage. The friendly matches, a loss, a draw, and a victory over Germany. I think we need to step back and really look at the program and how it has performed over the years. Granted, as soccer fans, I think we did not manage our expectations very well. I think we expected a lot. We may have expected too much of the young team. Uh, Definitely a victory over Germany. That's the highlight of this journey. But if we expected them to win over Japan, I think that was too much for the ladies. Um, when you look at Japan, Japan is a very very good team. They've built a program over the years. They rank 11th in the world. Zambia ranks 77th. So really, there's quite a difference in their rankings. At the end of the day, anything can happen on a soccer field, but sometimes those rankings do carry some weight. So, all things considered, I think it's a program that's really developing, and they've come a long way, especially as a ladies' sport. For the men in Zambia, that sport has been at a professional level for a really, really long time. Before 1991, I believe, when a lot of soccer teams became professionals. And for the ladies, I mean, it's taken quite a journey, and for them to even reach where they are, I think it's a tremendous job. The same can be said about the sport in the US. The girls, the ladies perform at a much higher superior level compared to the men. So I think we need to take that into account. Now, back to the loss. I think I look at the loss more of a program loss than it is a team loss. Um, as a team, I think there's definitely plenty of lessons to be learned. Um, the equipment, particularly the cleats or the soccer boots, they're fairly questionable. I could see a lot of players, especially on defense, struggling to stop. When they start slowing down, they'll start sliding and stuff like that. The the cleats or the soccer boots probably weren't fit for purpose, because I think the equipment performed poorly. um, that that responsibility goes on the technical staff. They need to find the right equipment for the right purpose. So, as a program, I think we have a lot to do. We need to develop. Zambia needs to develop the pipeline of talent. Teams like the United States, Germany, Canada, they don't reach the level of performance based on wishes. They reach a high level of performance based on what they invest in the sport. I'll be honest, I'm not very well versed into the sports program in the United States, but I'm a fairly committed soccer dad, and I take my kids to soccer, and I see how the program is developed. Many of you may know that in the United States, a lot of parents take their kids to play soccer in order to get a scholarship, it's an easy way to get a free college scholarship. Now, in the process, some of them become professionals. And so you have academics that are tied into the sport, which a lot of African countries, or a lot of countries that have very minimal resources, they don't have that luxury. And when you look at Zambia performing, at that level without a strong pipeline, without infrastructure built around academics and sports, I think that's a commendable job. The elephant in the room is the allegations that are being made against the coaching staff. Obviously, that's deeply concerning. I hope the authorities and FIFA get to the bottom of that, so that Zambia can get back on the path to victory. Now, speaking of the coaching staff, when I watched the game, I don't think they made the right adjustments based on how the game progressed. Like Mike Tyson famously said, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face. I think when we got punched in the face, we, as a team, we could not rearrange and adjust in order to address the situation. When you look at the defense, Japan was playing very, very wide and almost on the line on both sides, and they were making passes. And I think our strategy was give it to Barbara and she'll do the rest. I think that didn't work very well. Obviously, injuries didn't help us. Having a brand new goalie, that messes up the chemistry. And also, you could see some of the rookie mistakes the goalie made. At the end of the day, these are learning teachable moments that the team can learn from and bounce back and become a better team. At the end of the day, I think the country needs to invest in the sport, particularly the girls' sport, so that we can get the right outcomes that we deserve based on the level of investment. Japan is a $5 trillion economy. Zambia is a $22 billion economy. That's 227 times the size of the economy. I think at some point, the resources come into play. That's not an excuse, but as a country, we got a long way to go. We can build a program. I'm very proud of the Chipolo Polo girls. They did well. For me, as a soccer dad, when my kids lose, that's when they need me the most. And as soccer fans, I think we need to show grace, empathy, and appreciation. Particularly soccer fans who have never been on the field. I haven't been on the field on a professional level. I've played a little bit of college soccer, but I went to a really, really small school in South Dakota, but it's not that great of a program in terms of soccer. It's a great minded school, but when it comes to sports, not that great. So if you've never been on the field and really see how and feel how it feels to lose, you should show some empathy, show some grace, and really support the team, because they're doing the absolute best under very limiting circumstances. There's a lot of questions around whether or not they'll get their allowances and whatnot. So they got a lot on their minds. All things considered, I think they've done a great job, and they are setting the stage for the next wave of Chipolo Polo to kind of build on. God bless. Zambia Kuchalo.